There. There we go. And there's a new progression system in, or the DLC for Resident Evil 9 came out. You need to look at that later on. I think the, this is the free one. I think the, what you call it? There's another bigger DLC coming up. I think that's in later on in the year. I think. Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that later on. How much time I put into Resident Evil 9. Got my unlimited ammo and everything. Oh yeah, once again, another Resident Evil game that I platinumed. I think I platinumed Resident Evil 6, the one that people don't like. I'm not sure if I platinumed Resident Evil 5. I know I was working on 4 at one point, but I didn't personally own it at the time. I borrowed it from a friend, so that's why I didn't really like go too hard into that one. Yeah, plus by that time, right? I mean, I should have platinumed it since I think I beat the game like quite a few times. I think on what's it like 4 separate occasions. It's almost like me playing Final Fantasy X. I play Final Fantasy X. If they ever remake it, 100% it's an instant buy for me. But I know I play that game. Oh, I think I bought the game on PS2 around 3 or 4 times. The first time the CD got scratched, the other one we played it so much to the point where like it didn't work. I think the third one we played it so much that of course it didn't work again, but it's only from like the part where Tidus was like in the water of Besaid. I think. I forgot the pronunciation of the place, but in the first like little the main place where you meet Yuna. I think it's Besaid. Yeah. Where he drops in the water and he has to swim to the beach. It only loaded from there. Then I think the next time I bought it was the 4th time. I believe that was the... Oh shoot, I didn't put challenge. The one where you get to fight the Dark Aeons. I think. Yeah, if they came out with another one, I would probably, like, if they do like a remake, like in the same vein as Final Fantasy 7, I would buy it. Even though some people are like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy 7 is my favorite, to me it's 10. 10 is my favorite Final Fantasy. I think that the reason why I liked 10 more is just because the setting is like, it's essentially Okinawa. And at the time I lived over there, so that's why I liked it even more. I was like, oh yeah, I get the themes. Oh, it's all the way on the other side. I would definitely get that game again, gladly. It also sucked when I was playing War of the Visions, the other gacha game made by Square Enix and Gumi, where they made Auron a lot, like, made him like not a, I would say not even like a meta or not meta character. It just made him weak, and that's what I think their biggest sin was. Like, you can't have Auron in a game and make him trash. Riku was strong. Riku was strong. Yuna was strong. The first version of Yuna broke the game. Second unit was strong. The one from X2, the Riku was actually from X2. Who else was in it? Kiedis was strong. Yeah, of course, Hastiga. Aron was very weak. Were those the only ones? Yeah, Waka was never there. Same as Kamari. Or Lulu. I think Lulu didn't want to put her in the game because of all those belts. Let's see. Yeah, an X2 version. Oh yeah, Pain was there from X2. She was alright. She wasn't bad or anything, but she wasn't like great. So I mean she was okay. So at least she was more usable than Oran was. Yeah, the fact that they messed up my boy Oran like that, that's wrong. Like that whole game where like any character that wasn't like say any character that had like dual kind of like, oh yeah, he's a physical fighter but he was it scales off of like magic or something, any kind of like gimmicky thing like that never worked. They tried that with so many characters, and a few they fixed though, like Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, that's another game that if they remade that one into like a like Final Fantasy, or just even like a turn-based kind of game, just but like no, either from the same world or like, you know, just more of tactics, I think would also be very good. Even though we do get a little bit of that in like was it Final Fantasy 12? Yeah, 12 I think. It was the Rabanasher and Ash. What? I thought I killed that boss, but look how much health the boss has left. Hardly anything. Then death. I mean, I liked Final Fantasy X so much. I think my brother got me some magic cards from Final Fantasy X. I was like, oh, that's awesome. So with that, right now I'm like, oh, maybe I'll kind of get back into Magic. Right now I'm just kind of like looking at cards and saying like what looks cool. Like, oh, I like this one. That's the main thing of Magic, where you play because you're like, oh man, I like how this card looks like. Yeah, that's the reason why I play. Like, I even have a card that I got for. I actually don't remember how much it cost. It was like maybe it was no more than like $2. It actually might be even less. I think because of shipping it was like maybe $1 or something. But I only got this one Knight card because the character looked really cool. Like something Paladin. Oh, I need to get more of those. Yeah, it's almost like I think I got what was the name? Hold on a second. There was a card that I like when I first started playing again with like a bunch of people I used to work with. I didn't look anything like that. But then I saw a card and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make something around this. And History of Benalia, yeah. I saw that card and I was like, yep, I'm making a deck with this card. I have 4 of them, of course. But that was back when it was still in standard. I am thinking about trying to make maybe, since I have a bunch of knights and all that, so I could probably make a knight commander deck. So I've been like kind of like shifting through my cards and seeing, am I able to make one? But I need to get better at card protectors, I think. Then I also looked at like some of the other random cards from other card games that we played a long time ago, like quite a few years ago. There were some hidden gems in there, especially like random Pokemon cards. I was like, oh, I wonder how much did this cost? Like $11 here, or like no, and all that. I was like, oh, okay. It's funny because those are the Japanese ones. Like all the American Pokemon cards we have, they're not worth anything. The Japanese ones are actually worth stuff. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And okay, I'm not sure if I. Oh yeah, I'm the one that probably took all that damage earlier. So I think one good thing Magic the Gathering did was just the fact that it has like 5 different colors. Technically 6 if you consider the colorless like artifacts and stuff. But like it really does kind of encapsulate certain kind of personality traits. Like if you're playing red, you probably like aggressive, fast-paced kind of games, or like you like to store up a bunch of stuff and make like one gigantic ass flyer that's like, okay, I just need to live until this many turns where I could summon this big ass dragon and then win. Or if you play blue where you just like, oh, you're the guy that says nope to everything. Oh, you want to play a nope? And you just use like a 1/1 creature and just hit him 20 times with that annoying 1/1 creature as they can't do anything. Yeah, that's what Bam did a lot, and I I think the color I played, even I mean, not only that, but it's like also like the mixture of colors too. Like if you like big strong creatures, green, let's see, white is just like pretty much you have a lot of weird like protection spells. Like okay, I make my creatures, I make my little like 1/1 army or knights or something like that, right? And I kind of keep them all alive by putting equipment and all that kind of stuff. And of course, black is just like, oh yeah, by the way, graveyard shenanigans. Oh, you killed my card? Nah, it's back. Really, that one. If only that one didn't move away at the last minute. But yeah, then you have like the other one, I forgot, was it Ravnica? Where it's like everything's like by 2 colors. So like you have black and blue, which is like demure, right? Something like that. I forgot the like red and white and all that stuff. Then you have the other one was like 3 colors. And then you have like, there's like a certain naming convention based off of the different like guilds and stuff. I'm pretty sure that was Ravnica, where it had like that. But yeah, it says like a lot about the person's personality. Like if they're a person playing blue, you're like, okay. Like if you're playing someone and they're like, no, depending on what's said and whatever, right? But if they're playing generally blue, you're like, okay, I could expect some counter spells coming my way, or them to do like, I want to like do a lot of card draws, right? Or look at my deck for cards and all that. If it's green, like okay, they're gonna probably put like something on their creature which makes it like really strong and it's gonna hit me really hard. If it's white, they're like, okay, they're probably gonna do some protection bullshit or like no equipment. Red is like a fast pace. They're probably gonna kill me before I could kill them. Black is gonna be like, okay, if this guy starts paying like, oh, I'll pay 7 life to summon this, right? You start watching them because they love doing that. Like they're like, oh, I'll pay 7 life, do this. I'll pay 8 life. They have like 2 life, but then they have their borders just filled with a bunch of monsters. You're like, what the hell? That sometimes depending on the person, the monsters are draining your life so that they get all their life back. Nothing like vampires and stuff, but vampires, like if you person using black and white, then if a vampire comes out, you're gonna see a lot of lifelink. Lifelink is like every time they hit you, they gain that much health back. So essentially, they have drain. Unlike green, who could just like straight up like, oh, I think green and white both do that, where they could do some stuff like, oh, this card I just gained 8 life. I don't think red does that, or blue really does anything like life gaining. Damn it. Because I missed that one. Yeah. I thought it was good. Yeah, no, I should have slowed up quicker. Okay, it says I have 6. We'll do this. And well, I'll miss that one because by the time it comes in, it's going to be right there on it. Yep. Yeah, another one that like I think is blue and red. So it's like it has the counter spares of blue. It had the explosive kind of like attack style of red. Dear Lord, I fucking hate fighting that. I hate fighting that one. Depending on like if it's standard, I really hate fighting that one. Even just regular, I think like modern and stuff like that. I don't like fighting. Is it? And I also don't like fighting. Oh, was it white and blue? Like if it's like a mixture of different colors, but if I see like white and blue, or like white or blue and red, that's when I start looking down. Like, okay. It's like this guy's probably gonna do some shenanigans. You gotta watch out, see. But there's some certain people, right? Their deck is like great at fighting like a certain type, like pretty much for when you're fighting red. If you're fighting a fast-paced red, if you could keep yourself alive for a certain amount of turns, the other guy loses steam, and then you could be okay. Now's my time to start like doing haymakers on you. On the other hand, like if they're using like green, you want to kill them fast because if they are able to get all like, oh, I have 8 land now. You're like, oh no. And they're gonna bust out like, oh yeah, I have a 12/12 creature. I made 5 of them. You're like, oh. So yeah, so they're gonna start swinging haymakers at you. Blues, they just won't let you play. Like, oh, I want to play this one. If you hear like, oh, I'm a combo heavy deck, blues would be like, yeah, nah. Black has a way of doing that too, because they could just straight up use like murder or terror or something like that to destroy your stuff. Like, oh yeah, that's dead. Which that's why I like to use black, because I like to do creature destruction. That's what I used to do a lot. But technically that's like playing like control, which is like the whole like what white blue does a lot. White blue is like, okay, yeah, like the control decks are just, which no, as the name implies, just means you control the field. So you get to tell them like, oh, you get to play this. Like, oh, I'm gonna play this one card. No, you're not. With whose permission? Oh no. Oh, that person missed. Idiot. Or maybe I did get hit, I just didn't realize it. What is this, like some kind of anime? Or I get hit, I don't even know I'm dead. Fist of the North Star. Oh yeah, now that I was looking more at Fist of the North Star, it did better. I think is doing better than the one of the other remakes it did before. I am like, yeah, like they could have just hand drawn this. I mean, I like the original, the Hunter Crack Fist or whatever, the Hyakudetsuken of the main character, Kenshiro, because like when he's hitting the enemy, you kind of see like he makes it like actually look like he's hitting you like very fast, and when the character like falls over, it's not because he's like getting like it's almost like someone like slightly nudging you like back, and you fall down, and you're like, I didn't even get hurt. And that's the whole idea of his martial arts, where like he's hitting your like your pressure points and making you blow up. But yeah, if you watch like the original kind of, there's some parts that are like very cheesy, but like I think it was like, if you just look just at the fight scenes and stuff, right? I think it was, I like that one better than the new CGI one. They did try to do a like the remake or earlier remake that wasn't I think it was maybe like a decade ago. They tried to do a remake, and it kind of lost its charm too. Cause I looked at a little bit. He's not making like the Bruce Lee sounds, and that's what kind of like the charm is gone when you don't do that. The new series that's out right now does make the sounds, but it's like the animation quality is not there. Yeah, that's the only bad part. Oh, actually, I also forgot. There. Forgot I have the other screen up. Well, something's kind of weird. Like I'm just watching myself on the other screen. I wasn't even watching the main, like, which is probably the reason why I got used to doing that in Resident Evil. Where I had the recording screen on one side, and I was looking at the smaller recording screen instead of looking at the bigger screen where I could see more of the stuff. This is better than before when I was doing Valheim. Valheim, I would like sometimes mess up, and it's not, the screen was just, it was a black screen. Wait a minute, did that happen kind of recently? It might have happened kind of recently, I think, with Peak. I think I got rid of that, what's that playthrough. So I was trying to do like, we do it from quite a few perspectives. And yeah, my perspective was just a black screen where you just hear the voices. I'm not sure if you could hear the background music and all that. Nope. Now let's see. Oh man, dailies are not done. Okay. The other 2 days were like easy. Got the dailies done really quick. Yeah. I didn't even know that Commander was like the most played form of Magic. Like I thought it was just, to me, I was just like, oh, just standard. And like Modern is like for like after your stuff, it rotates out of standard, then you're just playing Modern at that point. But now everyone's like, oh no, it's, and it makes sense because a lot of card packs I was like looking at, it's like, yeah, it's all like Commander pre-con decks. So I was like, oh, or pre-constructed, which means it's already made. was like, man. And what makes it worse is like when I was playing, it's just like the sets that I wanted it to be out when I was playing weren't out, and pretty much as soon as I kind of like I didn't play much, and that's when like the sets that I would have loved to play came out. I was like, damn, I missed it. But I would have been playing standard and by myself, so now we have like some other even my or I some people have and like no have been talking about like, oh, you want to do some like arena or something because they want to get back into Magic. I think like Lagoon. I mean, technically Lagoon is the one that got everyone into Magic in the first place. Oh, let's see. Okay. We'll just fight elites until we do the dailies. Or finish the dailies. Okay. Oh, there. I was like, why isn't he just auto killing everything? Okay. I think wrong button. I keep on kind of pressing buttons from Windrose. I was like, oh, let me look at my inventory. It's like, oh yeah, different game. Let's see. Okay, we'll go to line 3. Yeah, and I also been looking at tournaments and Magic the Gathering. I just saw like that a deck was of course, is it blue red? I was like, oh, ill. I just felt myself look at that in disgust. I was like, man. And we're just, like I know it's wrong, but every time I see someone like playing blue, I'm just like, you're not gonna allow me to have fun, are you? But that's like the thing, like even when you're playing Commander or certain decks, you know, where once you see it, you're like, oh, okay, you're not gonna the control decks or something like that. Control, if you do it in if it's like one-on-one tournament stuff, right? It's kind of like, okay, just win. But if you're doing it in the Commander or like that style, you have to do like politics where you're like, hey man, I won't kill you, but we know this guy's a threat. Let's all gang up on this guy and get rid of him because you're trying to trick the other people into killing the guy who's a threat because you know that person's not going to be a threat to you. Like he's going to be a threat now, but you want to get rid of that person because it's going to be like, okay, later on, I need to get rid of this person now for later on I could be the real threat and I could just need to trick everyone else. Now I'll kill this person last to be nice. Oh, I thought I had 3 options for each. I was wrong. But yeah, Lance High was it for Commander. I was doing that, and also looking at the. Oh yeah, actually I don't have to. Look around this area. This area doesn't have any boxes, I don't think. Let me check real quick. Yeah, this one doesn't have any boxes. I would've. Oh no, those are just in-universe characters, not the collab characters. Okay, okay. Then we'll go back to the main town. Yeah, I haven't heard any word from to Waffle, so he might be on tomorrow. I'll make him put a post that if he's back, but he might be. Actually, I have no idea when he's going to be back. To be real, I was like, yeah, if he was back right now, he'll probably have a lot of jet. He shouldn't have a lot of jet lag because I think the time zone that he's at and Japan is very or semi similar. It wouldn't be like me, like I would have jet lag, but my sleep schedule is so whacked out that I think I would be fine. Like most of the plane rides, I just sleep almost the whole time. I don't even really watch any of the movies. And now I think certain flights that try to take away snacks. I'm like, man, they're just penny pinching. There. And with that, we'll call it a day for today on today's episode of Blue Protocol. Hope you guys like, subscribe. Don't forget to look at the other videos too. If you like anything, just leave a comment and say, oh, I like more of stuff like this. And we'll try to make more stuff like that. And with that, guys, hope you guys have a good one, and you guys take care. Peace.